So right now, Twitter is actually testing full screen ads in something called Fleets, which is their competitor to Instagram Stories. I read this the other day. I found it very interesting because this year, Twitter stock has been doing extremely well. They had a lot of big announcements from Twitter Spaces, which is a competitor to Clubhouse, the audio platform. They had a big announcement with something called Super Follow, which will let creators charge for tweets, and it'll essentially be something like a competitor to Patreon. And Twitter is getting into so many different spaces right now, and now with this announcement about adding ads to Fleets, Twitter Fleets is a really big deal because Twitter's ad revenue already grew 32% year over year in the first quarter to $899 million. They had total ad engagement increase as well. So not only are there, making more money from ads, but people are engaging more with their ads, which means advertisers are going to want to come over to the platform even more. If you're getting better engagement, well, then more advertisers will say, well, maybe let's choose Twitter over, let's say, Facebook. Maybe let's choose Twitter over another platform to advertise on. And this is important because the more products essentially they're offering advertisers, the better, the more money they'll make, the better long term. So right now, I really like Twitter just because they're testing this new full screen vertical billboard for advertisers with their Fleets feature, similar just to Instagram Stories. They're testing this out with advertisers. They're not going to roll out the full thing yet, but they're testing that out. They have the new feature, which we don't know when it will come out, but paid super follows and paid groups on Twitter, which competes with Patreon. And they also have Twitter Spaces, which competes with Clubhouse. So a lot to like with Twitter. One of my favorite stocks for this year.